Good evening, John. How's everyone doing? Trying to get my screen set up. Cuddy211, Phil, good evening. Hi Andy, how is everyone? I hope you enjoyed yourself last week, Andy. Hi Emma. Just getting your tea ready. Already had mine. Hope we're all good. The weekend has begun. Hi Gerd. Hi Paul. Ricky Rhubarb. Johnson's Adventures, good evening. Hi Sean. So we all had a fun week. Who's been out? I know the Johnsons have been out. I saw that live earlier on. Anyone else been out this week? Hi Darren. Dano. Hello everybody and thank you for joining. Hi Lynn. Let a few more people get on here. Let everyone say the hellos. Jabba. Hi Donna. Wayne. Rocky Fish. Elaine, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Peaky Dippers, good evening. So I hope we all had a fun week. Connor. Hi Sarge. Dwayne. Coffin Tank. Got a lot to get through tonight. Yes, we've got two people coming on at different times. But I'll work through that in a minute. Hi Dudley Dippers. Brett, good evening. Soldier Boy. I think that's the easiest way, Brett. Hi all. Hi Dean. So yes, a few things to show tonight. Got a couple of people on, so we've got plenty to get through. Hi Isaac. So let's have a look then. Where shall we start? Where shall we start? I think we'll start with a little video. There's a few of you on here. What have we got on here now? Let's have a look. 48. We'll start with that little video first. Let's find that one. So we'll watch this one first. It's only a short one this is, but it's just a little thing that Marie's put together for us, which is really good. And that would be this one. So that's for the Dippers Identify page. If you haven't already joined, head over there on Facebook to Dippers Identify. If you need anything identifying, I did see there was a mortar round put on there a few moments ago. So it is working. There is a lot of interest in there. And that's just a little video explaining how the site works. You will find that shared on various places on Facebook. So everybody, you know, get over there, join. You never know that you might pull something up and you're not sure about. Get it on there because there's a lot of knowledgeable people on that site. And if they can help out, they will do. So there we go. Who we got then? Leela, good evening. Sean, I'm all good. Richard, let's have a look. And Kathy, a lot of people on tonight. Claire, Tellboy, I can't remember who I said hello to. Tracy, Elizabeth, if I haven't said hello to you, I do apologise, but good evening and thank you for joining. It's Friday night. Like I say, we've got a lot of things to go through. I've got something to show you as well. We've got two people coming on. The first one will be coming on just after 8:15. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun night. And believe me, you wait till you see what I'm going to show you. Definitely something that I think a few of you are definitely going to want. Mystery Magnets, good evening. David Smith, how's your back? Back's good, I've recovered. So Heinz from Staffordshire Dippers. Let's have a look. Billy, a lot of people coming on, just trying to keep up with it. So yeah, me and Aaron was out, when was we messing around? Yesterday evening. All that will be revealed in the video, which I'll show in a little while. But yes, it was interesting. I'm sure you'll agree when you see it. But yeah, we had a bit of fun. Very slow here. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, we had fun, and you'll see that's a new product that will be out soon. But we'll wait until our first guest has been on before we show that one. Jasper Edwards, good evening. So, who's been out? Come on then. What have we done? What we've been finding then? Who's been out? Let's have a chat for a few minutes. So, everybody still saying hello to one another. Look at the state of that hair. Look at him.
Trying to keep up with you.
I've got more hair than you for a change. That's it. He always photobombs my lives now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hi, Cindy. I hope you all enjoyed the video on Wednesday. Unfortunately, the bag that we found was not nice. Just shows you how warped and twisted some people are in this world, you know, to do that sort of thing. But unfortunately, it does happen. It's not the first time, but with that was very recent. Did put a bit of a downer on the day for a while, but it just shows you what people will do. Ethan looking smooth. I don't know about that, John. Nothing until Sunday been working. No, I'm out Sunday. I'm not going to mention where I'm going, but we've got somewhere that we need to go and have a bit of a clear out on, so that's going to be interesting. I found a lot of sweet stuff lately. That's always good. Nice cut. Don't encourage him. Blimey, when he came back, I thought he was Action Man. He's gone now. Right, I'm out Saturday and Sunday. Oh, you're on a full weekender then. Hopefully out Sunday. You look nice as always. I'm not sure about that bit. Got a splitting headache today, to be honest with you. The ice is finally going away. No longer it's minus 40. Minus 40. Blimey, I thought we had it bad when we was doing our bit in Birmingham when we had a bit of snow coming down. Where's Rusty? Rusty's actually trying to win an auction at the moment, so he did say he'd be a little bit late on because he's trying to win an auction. So look forward to my little road trip to Birmingham, meeting up with the Johnsons. Darren's entering Birmingham. Well, I hope you get on all right. I mean, I've been there a couple of times recently. It's actually paid out quite well, to be honest with you. Has he got Eagle Eye? Oh dear, Eagle Eye Action Man. I'll remember that. Antique car bumper. Good evening, Linda. Hi, SJ. Hello, Hannah. So, yeah, I remember that, the Eagle Eye Action Man. And also the $6 Million Man Action Man, where you could take his robotics out of his arm. I remember it well. So, yeah, we headed down and did a bit of fishing on the Thames last weekend, which was a very interesting day. It was definitely unusual. I mean, doing a bit more river fishing rather than the canals, and yeah, it is hard work. It's a lot of snag risk, but it was good. So, hi DS Magnet Fishing. Hi Dan, how you doing? Jonathan. Hi Buster. Yeah, it's still coming on. They want to know. I want to know what he's bidding. I know what he's bidding on. He might tell you when he comes on. Hi Barry. But yes, so we headed to the Thames. There was me, Steve, and Glenn came along for the day. It was definitely interesting. We all had a bit of fun. It was hard work. Fishing off that bridge all day was definitely hard work fishing off bridges that day, but got to be done. It's the only way we could get down to the water. What's he got? can't believe you gave it away for auction. Love London with Jabber and Rockyfish. It was a good day, wasn't it, Glenn? Yes, definitely. How you and Steve got lost, I don't know, but you managed it. Yeah. So, right, okay, let's bring the first person on anyway, and let me just find the right thing. Hi, Deborah. I'm doing all right. I've got a splitting headache, but I'm doing all right. Let me get first guest on today because he's got something to tell you. There we go. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's that dodgy bloke with the funny hat on again.
It is. Well, I have a funny feeling I might need this.
Everybody was asking where Rusty was, and I said you was trying to win an auction. Did you win the auction?
Unfortunately, no. I was picked to the post right at the very last second. And yes, I was bidding on more grenades.
That's what people were asking. They wanted to know what's Rusty been bidding on.
Yes, I've been busy bidding on grenades again. You know where I'm like.
Most people get excited about a new car or a new TV, but not you. Grenades.
I even had my lucky helmet on.
It didn't bring you much luck, did it?
No, it didn't.
So, oh look, he's got his new merch on as well, look.
I have, look.
He's dressed for the occasion.
To match me coat.
Right, okay, well, you better tell everyone why you're on it, because I said you've got an announcement to make.
I have, and it's, sorry, it's the start of another Rusty auction tonight. It starts at 9 o'clock. Let me take this off a minute. I'll not need that for it. It's the start of another Rusty auction for charity. Sorry, I've got all the bits laid out here, and one of the prizes is the magnet, and it keeps sticking to everything. So yes, we're running the second Outcast Family charity auction, and I'll quickly show you some of the bits that's going up. This is all one lot, by the way, so whatever you bid on, you win all of this. So as you can see, this particular one is courtesy of your man on camera there, Mr. Nigel Lamford, which is the 300 clamp. Brand spanking new, ready to go. Ready to get some treats. So, that one is courtesy, like I say, of Nigel.
No worries.
We'll even throw in a hat, look. Brand new Online Magnets hat. And, of course, Online Magnets gloves. So, they're all part of it. So, the actual pieces that you're bidding on tonight are all canal found items that's all been fantastically restored by Storefield Designs, our one and only JD Dubber. Now, this is the first item, which is a mooring pin. And as you can see, JD Dubber has kindly done his artwork on it. I forget, it's canal art, isn't it? It's
something like that.
Art. So it's all hand painted. As you can see, he's done a beautiful job on it. So that's that. The next piece that's going with it is a windlass. We all find windlasses, but nobody's got one like this. Again, all hand painted by Mr. JD Dubber in the canal art theme. Although they're all different colours, they all do look beautiful together. So there we go.
All matching.
It is. Even pinstriped around the top, look. Storefield Designs does beautiful work on all of these pieces. And this is my favourite piece of all. The boat hook. This actually looks better in the flesh than it does on camera. This is beautiful. It's even still got some of the original wood in it that has been sanded and varnished. Don't know if you can see that very well. Again, all hand painted by Storefield Designs. Been striped as well. Absolutely lovely. So that's what's going up for auction this month. Like I say, all you have to do is, there's no liking and subscribing or anything like that. All you do is go to my Facebook page, scroll down till you find the link that shows a photo of all of these together, and just place your bid in the comments section. That's it, simple as. The auction will run all weekend as usual, and it'll end at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and the winner will be announced. All the postage will be paid for by myself to UK mainland. It is open to the American market as well, but like I say, again, these unfortunately are very heavy items.
Yeah.
So the postage would be quite expensive and would have to be met by the winning bidder if it did go overseas. But like I say, I mean, they are all beautiful pieces.
So everything you see, apart from his helmet and Rusty, we'll save him for another week, is in the lot.
Yeah, you can't have my helmet because I need that.
Can we auction you one week?
Sorry?
We'll auction you one week. You can be a slave for the day.
I've done that before, actually.
Right, okay, well, we'll leave that one there. We'll leave that to people's imagination.
So, yeah, although I've been unlucky on my auction, hopefully somebody out there is going to win all of this. And it's, like I say, nobody else will have pieces like this. It's all one-off handcrafted items by J.D. Dubber at Storefield Designs, who, without his help, we couldn't really run these auctions. He's given up all his time to do all of this for us.
And he won't let us pay him.
He won't, no.
No.
And every single penny will be going to charity as well. As you saw from the last auction, the last auction was phenomenal. I mean, that raised £300 for Macmillan Nurses, so I was absolutely blown away with that.
Yeah.
So
big shout out to Miles at Online Magnets for his generous donation as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, whatever the auction ended at last month, Miles Online doubled it. So massive respect to Miles and Online Magnets there. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied tonight.
Have a beer. Also, Berry Fines, Connor has said, whoever wins, he will also throw in a custom mask.
He has, yes.
Yes, he should put that on there as well. Magnificent Clothing, happy enough to put something in for the winners too, Steve.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So it's a nice little bundle that's going up for auction this weekend. So dig deep, guys. Like I say, every penny will be going to charity. I always post up proof of any charities that we donate to as well. This particular one, I don't think we've agreed on a final charity yet, but it will be a children's charity.
Yep.
So I've got two in mind, and we're just finalising the details with them. So, but yes, every penny from the next couple of auctions, or the next few auctions, will all be going to this one particular charity, and it will be a children's charity.
So dig deep, everybody, because I know that what we've talked about, and it's definitely a worthwhile cause. And as Steve said, every penny goes there. The items all come as one lot. It's free postage, UK mainland. Abroad, quite welcome, but remember the postage will be high because these are heavy items. So that's basically how it's going then. So Dudley Dipper said she'll bid on you for the day to be a slave.
I've got to tame the wasp.
But anyway, there we go. So that's Steve with his auction. That starts at 9 o'clock tonight. Head over to Rusty Nuts Magnet Fishing on Facebook. Find the post with it on there. Just place your bid. Highest bid, 9 o'clock on Sunday wins it. Make a fantastic present for anybody you know with a riverboat or something, or even garden art. Things like that just stand out. They look good. And don't forget you're getting a magnet, so you can go out there and find your own stuff as well. So there we go. That's you done then, Steve. Thank you very much for popping on.
I just want to quickly say thank you to everybody else out there who, as well, who's joined the new Dippers identity page. That is really taking off big now. And just prior to this actual call to come on this live, I was actually dealing with a guy who's pulled out a 3-inch mortar. So it's really starting to take off, and it's really working, this Dippers identity page. So thank you to everybody out there for joining and supporting it as well. And hopefully we can keep this going.
That's it. Right, okay, no worries. Thank you very much, Steve. I will catch up with you later. And don't forget Sunday. Bring your back brace.
I know what I'm needing Sunday.
You never know. Right, all right, mate. I will catch you soon. But thank you very much for coming on and telling us about your auction.
No
Catch
worries,
you later.
guys. Stay safe, everyone.
So there we go. That's Steve telling us about his auction, which he's got running. So don't forget, head over to Rusty Nuts Magnet Fishing and bid away. If you want some garden art, or if you want it for your boat, then go ahead. One-off designs with the magnet as well. Right, let's have a look then. Super chat, thank you very much, Cliff. Really appreciate anyone that's joined us that I've missed. I do apologise. Like I say, talking to Steve, you do tend to miss the comments, but right, it's time. It's time to show you something. I'm going to play you another video now, so let's find it. Just got to find me file now. So anyway, watch this one. So, what do you think of that? Have a word with Evo Extreme. There we go. The new one coming from Online Magnets. And as you saw, on there as well, there is also 2 more editions. So we have the Evo 60, 70, the normal evolution, which we all know. And now we have the Evo Extreme, which is this one, which I'm going to be careful with because this is just insane. This is, and there we go. That's that one. That is the Evo Extreme. We put it through its paces yesterday. It had a proper old beating, that did, as you can see. It's literally 1 centimetre bigger that way, and it's 1 centimetre bigger that way. But 1.8 tonne. But yeah, that is insane. I mean, absolutely insane. We tried to do some more tests on it. The one thing we was going to do, I had my van weighed at 2.1 tonne, and we was going to tow it with it. But while we was trying to get underneath it to actually put the magnet on the axle, we couldn't actually get it on the axle because every time we tried to go under the van, it just stuck to everything. The suspension, the spare wheel holder, the floor. We couldn't actually get it on the axle because it was just absolutely insane. But that is one really, really strong magnet, weighing in at 3.9 kilos. So it is quite a bit of difference. We did some comparisons between that and the Evolution, and it's definitely got the edge on it. Definitely, at times, things we were trying to lift and that, it was probably coming in at about 100 kilos higher, but it is absolutely insane. Every time I move it, no, I've got my phone over that side actually, I've got my computer here. Every time I was getting it out the box in the van, when I tried to get out the door, it stuck to the bulkhead. I pulled it off the bulkhead, it stuck to my toolbox. It is absolutely insane. But yes, we shall be playing with that on Sunday, giving that a go. As you can see, it is some piece of kit. It's definitely the biggest 360 magnet in the world, and I just wanted something different, and all I can say is Online Magnets, you have definitely delivered. That is absolutely awesome magnet. Whether or not I'll be using it all the time, I don't know. I think swinging 4 kilos of that just under the Beast Extreme weight all day could be interesting, but that in conjunction with Evolution, I think between them they're going to do exceptionally well. We did actually stick it to the normal Evolution yesterday by accident. Me and Aaron, and you've all seen the size of Aaron, we struggled with it, but we got them apart in the end. But yeah, that is an absolutely insane magnet. It will be available in about 4 to 5 weeks, I believe. Not sure of a price yet, but once it arrives, the price will be decided then. So if anybody's feeling a bit brave and they just want to have the biggest and the best, then definitely give that a go. As you can see, that was complete engine from a Volkswagen Caddy van, a 2 litre SDI, and as you see, it lifted it, which me and Aaron struggled to move the engine, and that thing lifted it. So if we find a Volkswagen engine in the canal at the weekend, I think we're in big trouble. But I like a challenge, so there we go. That will be available. So anybody looking to break the back, then definitely get yourself one of them. And I know there's already a few people on here who have been asking when it's going to be available, and I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one with one. Let's put it that way. But it's all good fun, isn't it? It's all in the name of magnet fishing. So keep an eye on Online Magnets website. As I say, there is 2 smaller ones coming out as well, plus the one bigger one. Then once they arrive, then the prices will be put on there. And don't forget Northants 10 for your discount code to get yourself 10% off. Right, let's bring our next guest on then. Let's have a look. Where is he? He's in the comments here. We're going to bring him on anyway now. Let's add him in. There we go. Good evening to everyone else that's joined us. I think he's not opened the app. He needs to open the app because he doesn't even know I'm ringing. Who have we got it? Who have I missed? So good evening to everyone that's on there. Hi Keith. Hope you got on all right in hospital. Oh, he's not answering. Oh, he's decided not to. Let me give him a message in case he's fell asleep. Bear with me 1 minute. Oh, he's ringing me. Right, there we go. Good evening. Hang on.
Can you see me now?
No, I can't. I can see you now. Good evening, Dave. David. What do you want to be called? What do you want to be called?
Dave.
Dave. Right. All right, Dave.
I've got my old phone out and it's got no charge on it, so I can't see the comments. But I was watching it on the telly.
I'll just point out the nasty ones then. Right, okay, everyone. This is Dave. We've fished with him and Ben a couple of times. They invited us down to the Thames, and I thought, well, why not? Let's get a subscribe on there. Someone that doesn't really do the social media thing, do you? You're just in it for the fishing.
To be honest, I give full credit to you and guys like Peaky Dippers, Rusty and that, because I just wouldn't have the time to be doing all that editing and stuff like that. But no, we just enjoy the fishing.
It is about the fishing, isn't it? Like I say, me and Steve met you twice, and Glenn came down and met you last week and that. You got some good water around your way. Very interesting waters.
Yeah, we've got the River Thames, we've got some historical places round by us as well, so we've had some very good finds. To be honest, I'd rather do the rivers than the canals as well, because the canals are a bit stinky, aren't they?
You'll find that if you go to some places, yes, canals can be rather smelly because they don't move, and but it's a totally. Have you done many canals?
I've done a couple. Yeah, we did the Grand Union. We've been to the Grand Union a couple of times. Had some good finds there, but that wasn't too bad, to be honest. But saying that as well, sometimes the River Thames in certain places can be a bit stinky with sewage. So I don't know what goes on. I know, but we were doing one place and that was all you could smell. So there was definitely having sewage content to the river. So why people go swimming in it, they're mad.
Yeah. I suppose you could say we all get crap fines sometime, but you really get it then in some areas. Bit of raw sewage running through.
Luckily enough, you don't feel it, but you can sure smell it.
That's it. So how long have we been? How long you been fishing for now?
Just over a year now.
Just over a year.
Literally, I took my niece out, and I went on my own once, and I took my niece out, and then I saw Ben sort of talking about it on Facebook, and I went to school with Ben, so I just said, "Oh, do you fancy meeting up?" And then it literally just went from there, and we've been going almost every weekend ever since. So literally just before the first lockdown.
So what actually got you interested? What made you say magnet fishing? Need to give that a go. YouTube, or did you see someone doing it?
Yeah, I think so. I heard of people doing it, and like I said, I took my niece and she loved it, and I went once on my own, and then if I hadn't saw Ben doing it, I don't think I probably would have even started.
No.
Ben put up a find of finding a grenade somewhere, and I was like, well, I wouldn't mind trying this, and started with the Amazon and eBay magnets, and just quickly went from there, to the good magnets.
Yeah. So Ben, you too competitive? I know he keeps winding you up. He was at the weekend, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, we've got an arrangement, so if we find anything valuable, we split it.
Yeah.
But we do get. I mean, he's literally kicking my butt when it comes to guns. He's on he's just beating my butt on that front. But he had some very good finds, very historical finds as well. So I'd say he's definitely beating me at the moment.
Right. Okay.
I can't. So he's probably going, yeah.
He's probably sitting there laughing because he was a bit afraid he wouldn't come on tonight, would he?
I know. What was wrong with him? I don't know. He did say another time. I think he was a bit tired today, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw him Portobello Road, weren't he? I saw he's been out today in London. So let's have a look. And then we just go through the comments quickly, just because they go by so quick. It's got a lot of people saying hello to you, which is good. No one's been horrible
Hello?
now. Thetford Town Council in Norfolk has banned magnet fishing. Anyone caught magnet fishing will be charged with fly tipping. Right, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, people that give it the bad name, that's when things like that happen. Magnet Man Magnetics. Yeah, I've showed new I will show the video again later in the live stream, so you can have a look at that, see it in action. Let's have a look. Keith's out of hospital, so welcome back. Nicola's a bit top heavy, so nothing direct at you. Let's have a look then. Right, you must be like Jiff Capes. Oh, Jeff Capes. I was thinking Jiff Capes. So, okay then. So, best find. Come on then. What have we got? What would you say? What's been your best find?
Well, I'm hoping it's it's got to be. That's my best find. Is the gold sovereigns, gold cufflinks, and the silver chain and tin box. So they've got 1913 on them. I've been told they're half sovereigns. I've got to take them to a jeweler's. So that's definitely my best.
See, sovereigns are worth more than the weight in gold because a lot of people collect them, so they will pay a bit more than what they're actually worth, which is a good thing about sovereigns.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
so.
Not a lot different, but obviously you get your scrap value for them, but you also get people to collect them.
If they said they're going to offer scrap value, I won't. I'd keep them because I wouldn't want to see them get melted down because they've got 1913 on them.
Yeah.
So,
well, the thing is, they'll never lose money. You know,
that's true.
Gold never seems to go down. So, you know, that one day when you skint, you'll always have them to fall back on, and as it didn't cost you anything, it's a great investment.
I know, yeah. But the funny thing was as well, that little tin box, right? When I pulled it out, Ben was on the phone, and then literally got off the phone, and he threw his magnet in, and he pulled it in an identical box, and I was like, and he shook it, and it rattled, and it all sounded the same, but he had like 5 or 6 9mm bullets in his. So I don't know how they ended up in there, but I think he was a bit gutted that they had the bullets in as well. But yeah, definitely my best find, definitely.
You're saying, Jab, for me, Dave's best find is the Cannonball, which you donated to us so we can auction it off.
Yeah, I know. He got really excited about that. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, to be honest. I don't know why. It's historical, and I do like historical finds, but people like different things, don't they?
Yeah. Well, that's it, exactly. So impressions on the Evo Extreme, what do you think?
Wow. I mean, that's going to be a backbreaker. And that is a magnet that you cannot go fishing with alone. No way. You definitely 2 or 3 people there.
I know.
I mean, God forbid you hook onto a moped or a back end of a car on that. Wow. That is definitely going to be a magnet for every magnet fisherman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking for that, but
that's it. But to lift an engine was definitely a good test for it.
I know. I saw that, and it still had the flywheel attached to it as well, didn't it?
Yeah, just about everything was on there. But we did try lifting a car, but it was just too thin. You know.
I see it lifting the front end of that trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. We was trying to put things under the roof of the car to make it thicker so we could lift it, but the best thing we did really was pull the bonnet up and pull the wing off.
Well, I see the dumbbell. I mean, to pick up that dumbbell, that was what, 3-4 inches?
Yeah,
do you reckon?
27.5 kilos, and it literally threw itself at it, didn't it?
That's scary.
Yeah, that's
Very
it.
Scary.
Why do you want to mess around with coins when you can play with engines?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you what, the scrapmen are going to love magnet fishermen. I'll tell you, with magnets like that coming on sale.
Yeah, I think that might be staying in the box when it comes to metal sides, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that is going to...
isn't it?
Sorry?
The Dockbuster.
Yeah, that's not one you want to play with at metal sides either, because that's twice the strength of that one. So you wouldn't want to get the Dockbuster. But same again, the Dockbuster requires thick metal. And bear with me, just let the dogs quiet down a bit.
Luckily, they're not barking.
So my son's just come back from getting his dinner, and now the dogs are going crazy. Can you please ask the dogs to be quiet? Oh, there we go. He didn't even have to move.
That's horrible.
Right, okay then. So let's have a look.
I see the that find in the bag, man. That is just atrocious. I can't believe some people, you know.
No, for something that's been there a few days at most, it was just completely out of order. But unfortunately, it's what you fight with people nowadays. You know, there's so many people that have been doing this, been happening for years, but it's still not nice to find it. But
No.
it happens, unfortunately. I'd like to find the person doing it because I'd like to see what they survive like in a bin bag when they get thrown in there with a big brick. You know,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
that's it. So what places you got? So you mainly do what? The Reading area?
We mainly do the Thames at the moment, but we've been doing like the Kennet, the Loddon, but literally recently mainly the Thames. We're sort of working our way east of Reading and sort of into Reading. We've done a couple of West Reading, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean we've kind of done a lot of places around here, but there's still a good few little honey holes in the area. Still getting some great finds. So
Been
haven't
into
had a
London
great
yet?
time knowing about. Only up to the Grand Union, where that starts off in. Jabba will tell you the destination because he drove somewhere near Heathrow, I think it was, and Staines or something, I think it was.
Yeah.
I had a nice artillery shell there.
Right.
Literally last throw, about to pack up, and then wow, pulled this in. It was just getting dark. I was like, look what I've found! Look what I've found! So yeah, that was one of my definitely one of my most exciting finds. That was.
Plans on road trips? Got any plans?
Definitely. Yeah. Hopefully be hooking up with you boys over the weekend.
Right, okay. That's it. Somewhere a bit different for you.
Yeah, definitely. And my parents are up in Liverpool as well, so I'll definitely take the magnet up there when I go and visit them. But then I've been told it ain't very good, so you know.
But it's like everywhere, you just don't know till you try. You know, unfortunately with the disgusting humans in this world, the rivers are always getting restocked. You know what I mean? I've been to areas thinking I've got everything out, and you go down there and it's all fresh stuff. So people don't change. It's not like this is an old problem. This is a constant problem that's happening all the time. And unfortunately, this is life. This is the way it's got now, and this is where.
Well, for us, it's literally every time we think it's going to be a good spot, it turns out to be a rubbish spot.
Yep.
And then the places that we think are going to be a bad spot turn out to be a great spot. Like there was one spot that's literally about half a mile from where I live, and I kept going. I go over it almost every day, and I said we got to go there. We got to go there. Anyway, eventually we went there, and it's the best place we ever fished. We were there for like 5 days straight, I think, and the finds we had there were just unbelievable. I mean, Ben had the best finds there. He had tins full of really old coins. He had a handgun there. There was just so much there, and it was just in such a small area. And it was one of those spots where you wouldn't think anybody would be chucking stuff.
I know, I've had places like that. You think, you do go to a bridge, think that's going to be the best one of the day. And if it thins out, you move to the next one. And the first one's rubbish. The one that you think is going to be the finish off the day one has been the best one. There is just no telling.
It's funny.
Yeah. That's it.
Crazy.
Definitely. But it is good to move around. I'm glad the lockdown's sort of eased a bit now, because I do like to move around. I don't like to be stuck in one place all the time. I mean, Northamptonshire I moved away from because it weren't the best, but in all fairness, it paid me well, a lot better than I expected it to. And revisiting some of the places I've been to multiple times before, and basically saying to yourself, it's done. No, it wasn't done. It does amaze you. You know, you can go to the same place day after day after day, and you concentrate on one area, 3 or 4 hours, go away, come back the next week, and there's more stuff there. But it's all old stuff, and you think, how can you miss that sort of thing?
Disturbing stuff as well. I mean, we've had really heavy stuff, like, I don't know, say a gearbox or something, and we're literally just about to get it out, and it will come off the magnets, and then you think it's just going to drop straight down, but it doesn't. It drops like a metre or 2 metres away, especially in the Thames, because the current's so strong.
It's a fast-moving river.
So it's constantly moving stuff downstream, so you can go back to the same place that you've been fishing and there'll be more stuff there.
Yep. Ben says he always gets the best finds, and you're well jelly.
I do get very jealous. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't. I am happy that he gets the good finds. You know, of course I am, because he's my mate. You know, but he's literally kicking my butt when it comes to the gun front. And I haven't had one, not one yet.
Yeah, the luck will change. Believe me, it will swing the other way. It always does.
Well,
you'll be out there getting all the stuff, and it'll be just the same, and then you can get your own back, can't you?
Yeah. When it comes to knives, I'm definitely winning on the knife front, but yeah, not on that front. It's just one of the things I'd like to find, you know. And signs, he's had some really good signs, like the BP petrol, a nice old petrol sign, like BP oil written on it.
Yeah.
And it's still had that lovely patina. It's a lovely thing, that is.
That's it.
So I should have swapped that for the cannonball, because he was well excited about it. But it was, But yeah, no. What I was going to say is, how quick does your scrap metal get picked up? So if you leave a pile, how quickly does it normally get picked up?
Depends where we go. Obviously, anywhere in Northamptonshire, we've got Dean, who's a friend of Aaron's. He will come along for the day and fish with us. So we pull it out, we chuck it in the back of the truck. Birmingham, the last 2 times it's been picked up next day. Depends on where I go, what area. You know, a lot of time. A lot of people invite me, then obviously they say we'll take care of it. So I don't actually know, but I know times where I've organised it. It's usually the next morning, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you will get let down, and unfortunately, people jump to conclusions straight away and thinking you're leaving it there, but they're not. But with you guys, you invited us down, and you turned up with a trailer.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why we actually got the trailer. Because we were leaving piles, and then it would go like 2 days, maybe even 3 days, and then sometimes even a week. And we was like, this can't. And we were leaving little notes saying this will be collected within 24 to 48 hours, and then we'd go back past that location and it'd still be there. So and then when we found out how much it was a ton, we was like, we definitely got to get a trailer.
But you bought 2.
The hobby. Yeah, well, we're on our 3rd one now, actually. The first one gave up because Ben's, you've met him, he's 100 miles an hour, and he's like, yeah, that'll be alright, just keep putting more on there. But we just put too much on one side, and luckily it failed just as we were pulling out of my drive. So I quickly spun round and kind of had to unload half of it. But yeah, no, we've been doing alright, definitely.
Yeah.
It pays for fuel, pays for new magnets, stuff like that. So
and the trailer paid for itself probably in the first week.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We've been averaging, I'd say, £80-90 a week each time we go out. So if we pull out, say, half a ton, then it's 180 a ton at the moment where we go. But it went down to 160 last week, but I think it's gone back up to 172. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So we go out sort of Saturday afternoon. We'll probably get 300 kilos. Then we go out all day Sunday, and we're pulling out sort of 3/4 of a ton.
Yeah.
You're taking in there's 180 quid, split 2 ways, £90 each. So
that means you'll be getting one of them then.
I hope so, but do you know what? My arms, especially off bridges, my arms are like, and for Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, my arms.
I wasn't actually too bad. Some people were a bit, oh dear, but it does get you after a while. But when I started, it was literally bridges all the time. Around me, there's a lot of bridges you can't get down.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to use that off a bridge. Definitely not.
No.
Because imagine 2 guys have pulled up in a Toyota Hilux and they go, yeah, I'll pluck that gearbox in there. And you hook onto it. You're going to need about 10 people to get it over.
Well, it's very similar weight to the Beast Extreme, which weighs in at 4.2 kilos. That weighs in at 3.9. And Aaron used the Beast Extreme off a bridge like we was on at the weekend for a whole day. And he ate the next day. I mean, that Beast Extreme, the trouble is, it feels like you got something on it. Even that bridge at the weekend, it was exactly the same. You get to later on in the day and you lift it up and it just feels like there's something on there all the time. There's not. It's just you're starting to get tired of leaning over bridges.
You can feel it when it grabs onto something. You feel that vibration. But, where we're going, we've got places which are just like scrapyards, and it's just constant scaffolding bars, constant iron banks or lintels and things like that. So you've got the weight of the magnet, and then you've got weight of, say, 5 other objects that are on the magnet. So you're pulling that in. You're pulling in the weight of probably 80 to 90 kilos, and then you've got to get it up over the bank. And you're doing that every weekend. It does. It gets you. It definitely gets you.
Yeah, it is very noticeable after a while. So, well, let's have a look at some of these comments. What magnet are you using? You're on the Beast, aren't you?
I'm on the Beast X.
Yep, there we go. So, good magnet, heavy, hard work.
Hard work. Now I'm on a thinner rope though. It makes a bigger difference, definitely.
Yeah, you do find that.
12 mil rope. Yeah, 12 mil rope to an 8 mil rope, and it made a massive difference. I can actually chuck it further.
Yeah,
I don't like doing.
Always did the 12 on the Beast. I did. It was always the 12 mil.
The other likes to do the Mexican or the cowboy and swing his magnet round his head and then chuck it.
Yeah, when I actually saw him do that first time, I thought if anyone's walking and not looking where they're going.
He's an idiot sometimes. He likes to chuck it in front of you as well. You'll be fishing, and then if you like hooks at it, he likes to sneak in. You know, while you like he hear your magnet compensate, and then all of a sudden you'll be pulling something in, and then his magnet will end up a metre in front of you, and you're like looking at him. He gets you wet.
Definitely, but trailers cheap, aren't they? You've bought your trailers. You've just come off Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace. We've been getting them really cheap. So if you've got a tow bar, definitely get one.
Yeah.
You can pick them up for peanuts. So the ones we got were like 40, 50 quid. The first one was 70 quid, I think. All of them needed a little bit of work, but nothing tragic. You know? No. The worst one was just a new floor in the one we just got. But that thing, we had it absolutely packed yesterday. I thought it was going to be a lot of weight, but it was just mostly big items. So.
Yeah. That's it, but like you say, you can buy it cheap. It's your first trip pays for it.
Definitely. If you've got a tow bar, you're losing out. You really are.
Yeah.
If you're pulling poles, there's no reason to leave a pole, especially when you can just take it to your local scrapyard. All you do is you give me your bank details, you go onto the weighbridge, you unload, you drive off, you'll hear your phone go ping, and it will say this amount has been added to your account. And that's all it is.
Do they ever moan the scrapyards and what you're taking in? Do they ever comment on what you're taking in?
No. You can't take things like fridges, obviously, gas cylinders, but no. I mean, most of the stuff, as you'll know, is all heavy iron, so they love that sort of stuff.
Right, okay. What about shopping trolleys down there?
No, they've been fine. Never said anything.
Right, okay. Well, there we go, because a lot of areas, Birmingham in particular, they don't like shopping trolleys.
I have heard this. But every single one that we've found so far has been very old and dirty and horrible.
Yeah.
So they haven't taken any newish looking ones in yet. So they might moan. I don't know.
No, I know some places, if they got the handle on, they won't take them because it can be identified to who owns it.
Okay. We've got a little cut, so if that happens, we just cut the handle off.
I know a few people that have cut them up, and I know that some scrapyards now are refusing to take safes as well.
Because of the asbestos.
Yeah, some are concrete filled, some are asbestos filled, so that, obviously asbestos ones are an issue. Concrete ones give false weight. And I would say they've probably got some morals, but I very much doubt that's the case. Because
we had this a couple of weeks ago. Ben found a safe in over by his near Pangbourne, and I noticed it was definitely concrete filled, and I was like, they ain't going to want to take it. And we'd only just sort of really been going to them for a few weeks, and I didn't want to sort of upset them or them say, no, you can't take that. So he ended up just putting it in his back garden. So.
Oh well.
But yeah, no.
Put the beers in the summer.
Yeah.
Fill it with ice and put your beers in it. Yeah.
Yeah, with fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So, there we go. All about recycling as well. As you can see on my video with the poker chips, I have the stickers. I'm just waiting for the key rings, and we've got Northants poker chip key rings in.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I see that. That is a very good idea.
It's one of them things you find, you think, I'm never going to use it, and then you think, what can I use it for? And I just looked at it and so I spoke to my printer and I said, can you do me 200 stickers? I've ordered 200 key rings, so yes, we'll be giving away Northants key rings. Upcycle, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it? The things that you find, you're like, how did that get in there? Why would that be in there?
Just why?
It's
I can often ask that question, why are these things in there? But
weirdest finds are the ones that I'm like, that's just nuts. So
yeah, that's
definitely.
it. I've been told the Peaky Dippers, they want a black one. Steve wants a red one. They're trying to keep in colour as well.
If you're going to be giving them away, I'd like a red one.
You want a red one? Well, right, okay. Nigel's starting to walk like an old man. Thanks, Mary. I will be after using that magnet, but not a problem.
I can't wait to know what your arms are going to be like after using that for a day.
I like a challenge. I like to be different, and if we have to do that, then it's got to be done. I think with that one, you're probably going to fish more with the normal evolution, and then when you've done an area and think that's it, then start throwing that in. So you clear all the stuff out with the smaller one, and then just go in with that last thing.
But the Evo's like the perfect weight, the perfect size for all types of fishing, like bridges, vertical, horizontal, things like that. They're just a bit too heavy, so you'd have to be off the bank. And most of the banks where we are, so God, no way.
No,
I really had to go a couple of times. So, but actually, Gabba saved me from ending up in the drink once. My arms were so dead. I was standing on this moped. And that, like, I'm wearing wellies, and the water's about an inch from the top of my wellies, and I knew if the water went into my wellies, that was it. I was going under, because I had no strength in my arms to pull myself back up, and I was just hanging there. Oh my God!
The thing is, it's like I say with wellies are all right, but if you do go in and they fill up with water, they get exceptionally heavy.
That's why I knew if they were going to go. Yeah,
that is the problem with wellies. So they may be good, but they can be dangerous as well. So it's a bit of an awkward one. Look, they're all calling out the colours now. What colour they want?
I bet they want blue.
Ben wants to swing that magnet at the weekend.
Yeah, over his head probably. Probably end up smacking me in the face with it.
You don't want to get hit by that. Believe me, at 3.9 kilos, it's definitely going to sting a little bit. But
that's going to shoot what that is.
There we go, limited edition key rings. Yeah, they are. It's just nice to upcycle them, innit? That's the thing. Right, so got no new motor. Need to get a tow bar so we can use the trailer again. You see, people have got trailers.
Definitely, guys.
Rusty's last boat was a submarine. Well, he spends a lot of time in the water. That's sort of like Uncle Albert, and during the war.
The other thing about trailers is you can clear up straight away. Yeah, you're not leaving anything. So
it's great when you can put it where you're fishing as well, because you can literally just, for me, show your find in the trailer, and you don't have to move it twice. It's always the worst part, isn't it? And I notice you do it like we do. You don't just keep pulling it out and then move it all in one go, because as the day progresses, you get more tired, don't you? So it's best to do it in bits. Not only that, it doesn't look so bad for the public walking by with rubbish everywhere.
Yeah, it depends where you're fishing though. Sometimes we've had to leave the trailer, 50 yards away from where we're fishing, which can be a pain because you get halfway through the day and you look behind you and you think, crikey, that pile's getting big, and you know when you finish and you're tidying up, you've still got to move that pile into the trailer.
It was a bit like that the weekend where you had to park it in the car park, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare because I unhitched, rolled it down the hill, and then you guys went, "We got to go," and I was like, "Oh no!" So I had to push it back up the hill. So thanks to that young kid for helping me.
That was AJ, that's Aaron's son, but as well as we took somebody else's scrap away, which was just left there.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Nine times out of 10, where we go, there's nothing there. But occasionally we turn up and there's signs that, there'd be like a few scaffold bars or whatever. It ain't hard to tidy up. And these places are right next to the road, right on the bridge, so there's literally no excuse. No. I can understand if it's further down the road or whatever, and it's going to be cleared up within 48 hours. But we've come across stuff that's been there, like people walking past it, that's been there for over a week, or that's been there for 2 weeks. And yeah.
Well, both times that we've met up with you, Windsor, rubbish left there.
Yeah.
Where we went the weekend, rubbish left there.
Yeah. That's what it's like. So we've been told that there is someone that's doing it round by us. We don't know who it is yet. Because this old guy walking up, he said, "Oh yeah, there's a guy who does it in the evening. And he wears a light on his head." And I was thinking, why would he do it in the evening? And he said he pulls out the stuff, and then the next day he comes down the river and he just chucks everything back in again. And I was thinking, so we're probably pulling out stuff that he's already pulled out.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah. Hopefully we'll come across him and just explain to him, or just give him our number and say, look, if you do pull out a pole, then we'll come and collect it.
Yeah. We had that in Winds as well. A guy said that. There's a guy that comes down every day, pulls his stuff out. When he's done, throws it back in again. Then he moves along. And then he does it all again. He pulls the same stuff out and throws it back in.
I've heard a couple of people that do this, magnet fishing. They go magnet fishing and they keep the good stuff and then they chuck the other stuff back in. And I'm thinking, well, you're defeating the object. I mean, everyone wants a good find. They're just probably looking for something good. But, you know, if someone can come across something else. But I reckon a lot of stuff that we pulled out at Reading Bridge had definitely been pulled out before by magnet fishermen. I really do.
You normally know when there's a big amount right by the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you start fishing, it's all at the edge.
Stain, that brown stain on the curb where you know someone's been there. But, you know, most of the people, they don't use the magnets that we use. Most of the people start off with, I believe, eBay and Amazon magnets. And they're just pulling in small items. So whenever we go somewhere and there's a stain or there's evidence that someone's been fishing there before, we chuck our magnets in and we're always pulling in the big stuff.
Yeah.
So all the little stuff is all been pulled out. So
that's what you are finding with this hobby now. When I first started, which was like 2.5 years ago now, you got the first pick. You got all loads of littles. Now you get lots of bigs, and then you have to work at the littles. The littles, when they come out, you can clearly see they're not top, it's like surface ones. These are in the silt, you know. So you are finding that now.
I think the good stuff are the littles. I mean, all my good finds have been pretty small. So theoretically, you don't need a massive magnet to be pulling in the good stuff.
No, you don't.
You need a magnet. No, yeah, you've obviously got more chance of finding the good stuff with a bigger magnet, but I mean, most of my good finds were found with my 300X, which I absolutely love that magnet, and I regret getting rid of it. I really do.
Well, that's it. I think it's like anything. It's all right having the big ones, but they are hard work. You know when you've been using the beast all day, and that's the difference. But the only thing with the big magnets is they've got the weight. They do dig a bit better.
But with what I loved about the 300X, that's a good point you said that. What I loved about my 300X is you throw it in the river and you could feel it bouncing along the bottom of the river.
Yeah.
And then eventually it would hit something and you could feel it. So you had kind of a bit more chance to find something and pull it in. Whereas with the bigger magnets, you throw it in and it tends to stay where it's landed. So you only get what you're pulling back.
Yeah.
Whereas the 300 sort of bounced along. But that was a great magnet. Really like that.
I started with my first proper magnet was the 200, which I used for a month before I found the beast. And I thought, they do a bigger one. And so I just had to get it anyway, and never looked back from that, to be honest with you. Nearly 2 years I used that magnet. It's been abused and bashed and hit, and been an absolutely brilliant magnet. You know,
that's why I like the clamp magnets, because they're easier to clean. And I've noticed that in the throw that Ben does, because Ben's got a 360 pull magnet, see, very similar to the Evo. I find that if you're in a spot which has got a lot of stuff in there, he can pull it in like covered in nails. He'll have to clean all that off.
Yep.
I could probably do 2 or 3 throws with the beast, as he can only do one with the magnetar beast. I think he's got.
Yeah. This is what I said actually with the 360s. Brilliant magnets, but you get twice as many throws with the beast because you are always cleaning it off.
They're more durable. I mean,
I've
literally whacked behind.
I find they are stronger.
Yeah. Jabba, Ben, he had the Terror before, which was a very good magnet as well, but he didn't get the case with it. And that thing, literally a chunk came off of it, and then another chunk came off of it, and then he was using like 1/5 of it, and it still had an amazing pull with like 1/5 of that magnet. But then obviously he moved on to the beast.
Yeah.
So very good magnets, but he's got the case on this one now.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look then. So, Big Dippers, you're not magnet fishing unless you do a straight 10 hours. You're right there, Glenn. Definitely, yeah.
We go all day, son.
That is, yeah.
Try to go early. Ben don't like to get out of bed till about 10 o'clock.
No, you are the late starters, aren't you? We always see.
Yeah,
you're only down the road
never.
and you start 2 hours later than us.
I know. I could leave, mate. I'm happy to leave at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I really am. But I think he's a bit of a late starter, Jabba. It's take now. I can't see the comments. The battery's dead on my other phone.
Yeah. Yes.
I bet you could.
Let's have a look then. So I'll go through a few of the comments. I'll go back quite a few. Better off with waders, yeah. But personally, I wouldn't go into the water. I don't.
Yeah,
not for a magnet. It's not going to happen.
Especially the 10. After heavy rain, that current is unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
One of Ben's friends actually lives right by the River Thames where we fish, and apparently the police were tracing some guy in a car, and the car went off the road into the river, and it actually floated down the river. And this is a car, so this goes to show how much current's in that water, how much current's in that river, how strong the current is.
I had that near me when it was snowing that day. I threw Evolution in, and if I hadn't been holding the rope, it actually just went off down the river. It just dragged it all the way down there. Made it really hard to fish with, because it was literally just floating away. And unfortunately, that's what you work with rivers. And, I don't think people understand how much current you can have. The undercurrent can be amazing, because on top of it, you look at it, it's a very slow, gentle movement. But under the water, it's absolutely unbelievable sometimes. So
I enjoy the rivers, especially on nice days like this, because the current's not that strong. After heavy rain, the current's really strong.
Yeah.
But why I like the rivers is if you look for places where you can see the current moving quickly, and then you look for a part of the river where the water virtually stops. Every time we've gone to a place like that, it's literally like a scrapyard, because obviously stuff going into the water, it's being pushed in the river, and then it stops, the current stops, so it literally just sits there. We've had places like that, we call them scrapyards, and we've got a load of places like that near us. You end up getting sick of tucking your magnet in. You pull your magnet in, you've got like 5 or 6 items on it. You're having to pull like a scaffold bar off the table.
Well, that's the thing, you get corners in rivers as well, don't you? Like you say, you get little alcoves and everything just piles up in it. You know,
little pocket.
Yeah, that's it. The water comes down and it changes direction, but everything goes straight and hits the bank, and it just starts building up. I've had a few places like that, and I'm like, how much is here? But then when you actually stand and look, you can see why it's getting stuck there.
Yeah. That's why I like doing the rivers.
Yeah.
That, and you don't after, but
canals are much better. You don't ache so much with a canal because they're not as wide as a river. With a river, you're just trying to throw it as far across as you can. With a canal, sometimes you just do a little underarm swing, chuck it like that, and you're over the other side. That's the advantage of a canal.
I've only done a bit of magnet fishing in the canals. We did the Grand Union. I think we only did it like 2 times or 3 times. I can't remember now. Most of our fishing has been in the rivers. We've only done. I'm sure I've only done it. Jabba will tell you. I'm sure we've only done it like 2 or 3 times. But I know what you're saying. The water virtually is like a standstill. That's obviously why it stinks, because it's not moving.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, but it has its advantages. You get a lot less snags in a canal. Usually, if there's a snag, you're snagging on something. With a river, they're very rocky. I've had a few twitchy moments, as I think I will put it. With rivers.
It's very, very.
Yeah, but that's how I mainly started. I started off with rivers, so I got used to it. When I went to canal, I found it quite calm, to be honest with you. It's not what I was expecting, but as we moved around a bit, I still went back to rivers, and a lot of people say they won't fish rivers, because of the snag risk, but that's fine. If you don't want to fish rivers, don't fish rivers. Carry on with the canals, because I'll go to the rivers.
I think they're definitely losing out.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed a lot with the canals, you've probably got more chance of finding something criminal. But with the rivers, I think you've got more chance of finding like a nice historical find,
They've been there a lot longer.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely.
So, bucket list finds.
bucket, it got to be the gun. I want a gun. I really do. I want a nice gun. A nice, like, rifle type gun. Anything like that. I had one, but I'm sure it was a lighter.
Yeah.
And that actually, as I put my magnet in, I must have hooked in as well, because I pulled his magnet in, I pulled his magnet off, and then when I looked at my magnet, it was on the other side. I was like, oh my god! And then, but I'm sure it was just a lighter. I really am.
Like
yeah,
anything,
definitely.
guns, explosives, they're a pain in the bum. It means getting the police. That explosives is one thing. Guns, not so bad. It doesn't close off roads and things like that. But yeah, I'd rather have something historic personally. You know, at the end of the day, once you've gone past 30 guns, it really does get boring. It gets to that stage of, oh, not again. You know.
Well, I still haven't one. I found a grenade, and I ended up putting it on Facebook, saying, "Oh, I found this," and then I got a contact from someone from BBC Radio. I got to say, "Oh, do you want to do an interview and all this sort of thing?" I was like, "Oh," and I hate that sort of thing, but I did it. But what ruined it is when you pull it in, you call the police, and then you've got to wait for them, and you can't do any more fishing while you're waiting for them, because if you find something else similar, and then they turn up, then you've got to wait for the EOD. I really honestly hope I'd never find anything like it again.
It does ruin the day. It really does.
Definitely.
You know,
and it's like a scary moment. People don't realise. Like, I remember when Ben put his video on, and this was before I went out with him. He found one, and it was like a rusty old one, and he put it in a bucket of water, and I was thinking, what's he scared about? What's he worried about? And then you pull one in, and it's on the end of your magnet, then you're like, your heart starts going, and you're like, oh my god. And before I even had the chance to do anything, even think, he'd taken a picture of it, and he's put it all over Facebook, and I was like, oh no.
It is a twitchy moment. I mean, I would say you get used to them after a while, which you don't. You know, at the end of the day, because they're old, they're unpredictable. You don't get used to them, and just give me anything apart from that. Give me a push bike over a grenade. I really would prefer it, because it's no hassle.
Especially the 23, because we got told that they're waterproof, so they're literally more dangerous than the other types of Mills grenade, because they're waterproof, the Mills 23. So,
I'm not an expert on them, but obviously that's why we started Dippers Identify, just to make it easy for people. It is getting used well. People are asking questions. A notice to the idiots that keep putting the stupid comments: welcome to the ban list, because we are still getting them. There is people that still come out with hit it with a hammer, put it in the microwave. Well, no time for people like that. It's a serious group. You know, at the end of the day, we're not experts. There's some very knowledgeable people on there, and this could save someone's life. So your comments are not welcome. So if it, one comment, you're banned. No warning, no telling off. Goodbye. It's as simple as that.
You've got young kids doing this as well, and if they're like, take something seriously, all it takes. I know if something like that happened, I would be devastated.
Yeah.
I really would. Even if it's just a joke here with a hammer. All it takes is one young kid to read that comment and do it. That's all it takes.
Yep, and there we go. And at the end of the day, a group and us YouTubers, we're meant to be influencers, and we need to do it in the right way. Stupidity doesn't work. So I'm just going to run the video quickly. If anyone's on here, if they've not joined the Dippers Identify page yet, just watch this. This is just going to give you a quick idea of...
Price yet?
Sorry?
A rough price?
Of what?
On the magnet. A rough price?
Not yet, no. I'm just going to... Yeah, I know. Well, I'm going to run the Dippers Identify one, so if you haven't already joined the group, just watch this. It will just show you how you can actually go on there to find things. Just give you an idea. So there we go, that's just a simple video. Thank you very much for Marie, Peaky Dippers, putting that together for us. That's just to give people an idea how to use it. If you do find anything and you're not sure, go on there and have a quick look. If not, just put a photo on there, and I'm sure somebody will get back to you quite soon. I have seen, It has been working within minutes of people putting things on there, which just proves that it does work well. And you know, the idea of it is for your safety and ours, you know, because there is things I've pulled out, and I must admit, when I first started, I didn't know what this thing was that I pulled out. I thought it was scrap. It turns out it was a rifle grenade. So you know, there is a lot of learning, and obviously everyone that comes out looks different because they're always in a different condition of decay. But that's definitely worth joining. So that's Dippers Identify on Facebook. Head over there, get joined, have a look at some of the stuff that's been pulled out. It's not a glory page, it's not a page to show your finds off, it's a page to put things on so other people know what things to look for. So there we go. But I'm going to run the other one now, just for the other people that have joined, because there are probably some people on there now. You can't see this though, can you? Because you've got a flat phone.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I see that one that looked like a handlebar, and if I would have pulled that out, even me, after a year, I would have probably chucked that in the scrap bag.
Yeah, so, I would literally have thought stunt peg.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought probably.
So, right, let's run this video then. So this is the new magnet from Online Magnets. You can see that me and Aaron put it through the test yesterday. And take a look, see what you think of it. So there we go. There you saw Evolution Extreme. That will be available soon. Keep an eye on the website. I'm sure it will go on there as soon as it's available. As you can see, there is 2 smaller ones. If anybody are not feeling as crazy as us, then you can get the smaller one. You've got the Evo 60, the 70, the normal Evolution, and this thing here, which still scares me when I'm using it for anything. There we go. It is looking a bit bruised and battered, but believe me, we did put it through its test yesterday, and that's what it was all about. So as you can see, that's 10 by 6, 1,800 kilo pull, and that's just going to cause so much trouble. I know it is, but I like a challenge and a bit of fun. But to pick a car engine up that's complete, that's something else. You know, like I say, we was trying different things, and we was going to try and tow the van, but unfortunately we couldn't actually get it to stick onto the axle, because every time we tried to get near the axle it just stuck to everything else. So that was going to be the test, to actually tow a van weighing over 2 tons, but we couldn't actually do it. But there we go. We'll do another challenge sometimes, but there we go. So I think we're all good. Just want to say a big thanks to Dave. Sorry?
You got a name? Have you got a name for it yet?
No, it's part of the Evolution range. It is the Evo Extreme. I think I'm going to have a few choice words for it on Sunday after using it for a bit, but you know, maybe that'll be a private name, that will. But anyway, this is Dave. He's from Reading. He's one of the subscribers. We've met up with him twice now. His friend Ben, he's on here. Jabba, bit camera shy, so he didn't want to come on. I think that's what it is. But he leaves you to be the spokesperson for you.
I think he was just tired, mate.
Just tired. Well, we'll try and get him on sometime. See if we can get him to swing his magnet around a little bit. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Good to get one of the subscribers on here for a change. You never know who's going to be on next week. Don't forget, we'll be out Sunday. We're going to help someone clear a stretch of water, so we will go live sometime in the afternoon. I will be taking the artillery with me again. This is definitely coming along. I've got to get it roped up now. It's all thread lock ready, so it has a good dry. Don't forget to head over to Rusty Nuts Magnet Fishing on Facebook. Go on there. As you saw earlier in the live, if you haven't seen it, watch it back. You'll see he's doing another auction for charity. There's the 300k double-sided magnets from Online Magnets. That's from me this time. Got some fantastic boat art things that have been recovered from the canal, restored by JD Dubber from Storefield Designs. Check them out. Auction runs from 9 tonight till 9 o'clock Sunday, so bid generously. It's going to go to a good charity. This one's going to be for kids. And I think that's about it. If you haven't liked, subscribe to the channel, then don't forget to do that. Give us a thumbs up for the person that made the special effort to come on and give us a thumbs down. Thanks for joining. We appreciate it. And I will catch you all on Sunday. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Dave. You've been brilliant.
Take care.